Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 2 of my Love Ribbon playthrough. Gonna be honest, it took a minute to remember the name of the game. Welcome back to Love Ribbon. So, last time we met Zoey and Iris, the unlikely sisters, and initially it was a little bit of a rough first meeting, to say the least. It was a rough first meeting, but towards the end of the episode, though, things started to get better. They were having decent conversations, and we discovered that Zoey is into music, and Iris is into wanting to be wanting to help and wanting to get to know her. So it's all going well. So now they're on their way to smoothies, which is a pure coincidence. Not that at all that Iris suggested earlier that they go to get a smoothie. It's instead a complete coincidence that Zoey happened to want smoothies right this minute. It's nothing to do with Iris, obviously. So let's see what happens. As soon as we reach the ice cream store, we place our orders. After my indecisiveness on whether I wanted an ice cream or a smoothie, Zoey insisted we order both. Thanks to the ease involved in ordering ice cream and blending smoothies, our orders are ready shortly after we arrive. Oh, that looks good. I indicate Zoey's ice cream in a paper cup, which looks delicious. I'll have to try the chocolate next time. It is. Nothing beats chocolate ice cream. I didn't pick you for a sweet tooth. There's no human being alive who does not like chocolate. Unfortunately, surprisingly, that's not true. I can't argue with that. I take a bite of my strawberry ice cream, then wash it down with my shake, mixed berries flavor. What about you? You like fruity flavors that much? You could say that. Honestly, I love sweets of all kinds. Berry, chocolate, banana, it's all great. Well, you do look the type. Yeah, wait, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Zoey casually takes a sip of her chocolate smoothie. Fine then. If that's how you're going to be, I won't let you try any of mine. Then it's a good thing I don't want any. True to her words, Zoey shows no interest in trying out my order, or sharing any of hers for that matter. Still, if you tell me I can't have any, that kinda makes me want some. Without warning, Zoey reaches across and scoops a spoonful of my ice cream. Hey, I said you can't have any. She laughs adorably. They're getting along well. Let's go, dude. Zoey reaches across once more, this time taking a sip of my smoothie. Not bad. Thief! Not only my ice cream, but my smoothie too. Fine then, if that's how it's gonna be. I grab Zoey's smoothie and bring it to my mouth. Zoey doesn't stop me. Even with her smoothie an inch away from my lips, she doesn't move a muscle. What's wrong? Aren't you gonna make us even? That was my intention. And I look at the smoothie in my hands. It dawns on me that Zoey's been drinking from this. If I went through with my plan, we would be sharing an indirect kiss. Let's go! There's nothing wrong with that. Zoey already drank from my smoothie and used her own spoon, which had been in her mouth, to eat some of my ice cream. Obviously, the thought didn't bother her. Wait, of course it didn't. We're sisters. It's not like it's weird or anything. I hesitantly take a sip. You like it? Yeah, it tastes chocolatey. Duh. Zoey takes her smoothie back and immediately drinks from it. I'm definitely thinking about this too much. Definitely thinking about it too much. Let it go. This is the first time you've been to an ice cream parlor with someone before? Oh, come to think of it, yeah, it is. Dad was busy with his job and usually didn't have time for stuff like this. Spent most of my free time in school after lessons or extracurricular activities. Explains her scholarship. My friends were bitter that I never went out with them, but I'd say I made the right choice. School comes first, right? Some people might say. For the first time since we met up after school, Zoey's expression changes notably. She looks surprised to hear what I have to say, perhaps even shocked. So that's how it was. I love Dad and all, but it was pretty lonely, you know what I mean? What am I saying? Your position's probably worse. In fact, now that you've left behind everyone you know and care about overseas, you're the one who should be complaining, not me. No, it's not that bad. Zoey looks sad for a moment, without either one of us realizing it, the topic has grown rather heavy. Back to her usual serious expression, Zoey's words are the only indicator of her sadness. Like me, she's been thrown around due to the circumstances of our parents. But in her case, Zoey has come to this foreign school without her mother, hardly a parallel to my own situation. I smile and take a scoop of Zoey's ice cream. Apology accepted. Thank you, Iris. Why don't we just put all this behind us and start over? What do you say? Yeah, I'd like that. Zoey returns my words with a soft smile. It matches her cool yet beautiful face perfectly. Oh, let's go, dude! Look at us being all sweet now. That's awesome. And for the first time since we were reunited, I feel as though I might be able to become friends with her after all. Hell yeah. Let's go! Look at that. I slumped down on my desk on my first day for the class I slump down on my desk as my first class for the day comes to an end. Okay, sorry, my brain just shut off there. It pains me to think about it, but my day has just begun, and there are many agonizing hours to go. Me, every day at work. My only solace comes in the form of calculus class, which is shared with my little sister Zoe. Since our encounter the other day, the two of us have been getting along much better, and I'm honestly looking forward to spending spending some class time with her. Assuming she shows up, of course. Alright, simmer down for a second. I'll be stepping out for a bit, so class will start a few minutes late. When I come back, I expect to see you all in your seats and ready for my return. Got that? Yes. As the time for our next class draws near, our teacher steps back out of the classroom, heads down the hallway. At the same time, his presence is replaced by that of a far more attractive and calming individual. Zoe! That's my name. Zoe enters the classroom and walks right over to my seat. I can't tell, am I early or late? I thought I was right on time, but then the teacher walked straight out. Oh, he said he had to go do something for a few minutes? He'll be back soon. Fair enough. Zoe takes her seat and begins to remove her books from her bag. The moment Zoe does so, our teacher walks back into the classroom. Zoe and I turn around to face the front of the room, finishing our class preparation in silence. After class, I see Zoe waiting for me in the hall while I collect my books. I can't help but smile. That's awesome. Even if you were late, I'd just be glad to seeing you attending class again. Hey, I didn't skip that many classes. Besides, I'm a busy person. Sometimes class is the least of my worries. I understand that. Oh, right. I forgot that you're the queen of the double life. Zoe rolls her eyes. Mock me all you want. Right now, I'm killing it. Killing it? Killing what? And you do mean that figuratively, don't you? Zoe smirks and pulls out a flyer. I take the flyer from Zoe and give it a once-over. Playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night this week. Come see the... Whoa, wait a minute. Is this what I think it is? Mm-hmm. You're looking at the enigmatic Iris, guitarist extraordinaire. I see. So you landed a gig after all. What's more, you managed to find a band to play with, and so quickly, too. Of course, did you ever doubt me? Not for a moment. I do have one question, though. Why the hell did you use my name instead of yours? I quickly cover my mouth as I realize that I'm shouting. My outburst earns a couple of giggles, but nothing worth worrying about. Have you forgotten already? I've been using your name on my applications. I'm too young to get any legit work. Or have you forgotten what happened last time? Ugh, don't remind me. Most of these places just rely on a background screening, so with your name, they'll see I'm old enough. I sigh and shake my head. Just promise me that it's a respectable establishment this time. It is, I guarantee it. In fact, you're welcome to come along and check it out for yourself if you don't believe me. No, it's okay, I trust you. Zoe stares at me blankly for a moment. You're welcome to come along and check it out for yourself if you don't believe me. I heard you the first time. I trust you. All right. I stop mid-sentence as Zoe begins to pout. What? As Zoe, I'll just say begins to pout. It's at that moment I realize what she's trying to ask me. Then again, it would be probably be a pretty lousy sister if I didn't come to check out your first band performance. Besides, I can't have you using my name while you hang out with seedy characters, you know. Zoe breathes a sigh of relief. Because she can't actually ask her. She's like Tsundere without like the, I don't know, the youngness. She's an older, cool beauty Tsundere kind of vibe going on, you know, and I'm okay with that. So she can't actually just directly ask her. She has to nonchalantly imply it, you know. Well, I guess I'll let you come with me. Just don't embarrass me, all right? Zoe speeds away to her next class, a happy bounce in her step. Absolutely. Zoe's first band show, huh? Sweet. It's interesting that she's using Iris's name to get in, and it's like, so they're basically doing a background check on Iris, and then Zoe's just is the one that's gonna be there. Is what it sounds like, but hopefully there's not like a picture ID, because they do not look alike. So, anyway, after school, but still before dinner, I hit the streets with Zoe after returning home to change. We walked together to the venue at which she's set to play. Zoe's beginning to meet up with the other band members just before the show begins so they can cover their plan for the night. Cute little laugh. Would you cut that out? You've been giggling since we left the house. It's creepy. She looks adorable, dude. Sorry, I can't help it. I'm just so happy to be invited to your show. It isn't my show, it's the band's show. I'm just filling in for their guitarist. More importantly, I didn't invite you. You just decided to follow me to the show. Right, my bad. Zoe sighs and averts her gaze. Contrary to what she's saying, I know she wants me to come with her. She's nervous about playing at a new venue with a group of strangers, so who better to provide moral support than a wonderful older sister? The first show will be a short one to see how I do. We should be back in time to eat dinner as usual. For the rest of the week, I'll be coming back later, so don't wait up. Oh, alright. Do you think many of your gigs will run late? Probably. Most performances are scheduled during dinner time, so people get a show while they eat. not going to take any work that runs too late, though. I won't be walking back home when it's pitch black outside. I feel a sense of relief at Zoe's words. While she would never admit it, I'm quite sure she added that last part for my benefit. Anyway, we're almost there. It isn't a long walk from our place, as long as you know the way. Already? Wow. How did you land a gig so close to home? I only sent out applications to local bars and restaurants. I'll probably need to take a work further away in the future, but for the time being, I should be fine working locally. But that doesn't mean you should just crash my shows, alright? Tonight is just an exception. Yes, whatever you say. Yes, totally. Obviously. Everyone knows it's not special or anything. It's also just a coincidence that this looks just like the other bar we were at. Just a coincidence. No one panic. It's just a common architectural choice. It's not that it's the same bar. Zoe and I walk to the venue together. Once we arrive, Zoe meets up with her temporary band and heads backstage, leaving me to wait with the audience for her show to begin. I feel awkward at first, loitering in a bar without ordering anything or talking to anyone, but that feeling disappears the moment Zoe steps on stage. Together with her band, she floods the dining area with music. Before long, I am unable to hear any of the conversations around me or the television behind the bar. All eyes are directed toward the stage, mine included. The performance ends after 15 minutes or so, but I'm told they're just taking a break. After 10 minutes, they'll be back. On stage, sorry. I'll take this opportunity to tackle my sister. Zoe, that was absolutely amazing. No wonder you want to play so badly. I couldn't believe my ears. Iris, shh, keep it down. I'm supposed to be you, remember? Stop calling me Zoe. Oh, right. Iris, that was absolutely... I get it. Stop already. Besides, there was nothing special. I was just playing what they told me to. That's not true. I don't think you understand just how talented you are. Iris, I know I was skeptical about you playing in the evening, but I can see how serious you are about this. I promise that I will be nothing but supportive from now on. Zoe scratches her face and averts her gaze. She's blushing as she has been since I first started to praise her. Honestly, what part of stop did you not understand? This is why I didn't want you to come. So you say, but here I am. A couple of Zoe's bandmates begin to move while we're talking. They head towards the stage once more, carrying their equipment with them. Looks like break time's over. Yep, we get plenty of breaks throughout the show, but they're all pretty short. Anyway, you should head on home. Can't guarantee we'll finish on time, and it'll be getting dark by the time I'm done. Alright, I understand. I don't like it, but I'll do as you say. I have faith that she'll be alright. Of course I will be. I'm not some helpless little girl, you know. I'll stick to bottled water that I pick out myself, and if it gets too late, I'll make sure to call a cab. You just hurry on home. I reluctantly nod and take a step back as Zoe picks up her guitar. Looks like we're up. Sorry to cut this short, but no, I understand. Knock 'em dead, Iris. Show them what an amazing little sister is made of. Yeah, thanks. Blushing at my remarks, Zoe takes a few deep breaths and heads onto stage. Her figure retreats behind the curtain that separates the audience from the preparation area backstage, and I am alone once more. Even so, I don't feel lonely or disheartened. In fact, I feel more excited than I did when I first heard that Zoe would be playing. That's because I know that Zoe wants me here, listening to her play. She wants me to ease her nerves and to give her the courage to play. Behind the wall she puts up around herself, Zoe's starting to think of me as her sister, someone whom she can rely on and with whom she can share these special moments. Yeah, it's almost like she doesn't actually hate you. She's realizing, oh, hey, wait a minute, Iris is like actually pretty slick. Like I don't have to treat her like dirt, and that's a huge change. That's progress. Anyway, after being estranged for so many years, we are finally on our way to becoming a real family. No, that's so cute, dude. I'm here for it. It's adorable. All right. Following a break filled with touchy subjects, I coast through calculus without a single part of the lesson sticking. All I've been able to think about is Zoe, who is sitting next to me in class, nonchalantly practicing how to twirl her mechanical pencil. Good work, class. I know this module is hard, but that's all the more reason you need to pay attention. Everything in today's lesson will be the next exam, so make sure to review when you get home. Bidding the class farewell, our teacher leaves us to stew with the aftermath of his lesson. How do we have another exam coming up already? I am so screwed. And whose fault is that? If you don't want to fail, perhaps you should pay more attention in class, says the person responsible for my current state. I don't want to hear that from a truant. Don't be so quick to judge. As I recall, this truant's test grades are higher than yours. Ugh, that's just not fair. Life isn't fair. If you want to lift your grades, you know what you have to do. I know, I need to buckle down, but I already spend a lot of my free time studying. What if it isn't enough? Even if I want to do better, or on the next exam, there are limits to what one person can accomplish. Quit moaning and accept your fate. Tell you what, since I'm so nice, I'll lend you my notes when we get home. I'll even tutor you too, so I don't want to hear any more excuses, understood? I'll try not to roll my eyes at Zoe's teasing, smiling to myself. We seem to have developed a much better rapport in the days since I watched her show, but she did love to mock how I frequently scolded her, and today was no exception. She never took her teasing too far, but I've already come to expect it. It might annoy me if I didn't see her underlying motive to spend time with me in most of her attempts. Yeah, alright. Thanks, Zoe. Thank me after you ace the next calculus exam. Well, aren't you humble? Uh-oh. Zoe and I both turn around to find a girl from our calculus class staring at Zoe. The girl's expression is as serious as her tone, and I can't see any good coming from her intervention. Excuse me? Just listen to you. One night with your notes and Iris will ace this class? Give me a break. The girl steps forward, crossing her arms and stares Zoe down. I don't think this girl knows what she's getting into. Like, I think this girl clearly has no self-preservation. Because if she did, she would not pick a fight with Zoe. Zoe's the kind of girl that would, like, punch you in the nose and feel nothing. Like, I mean, she's tough, dude. She's tough. I don't believe it for a minute. This girl is dumb. Anyway, stares Zoe down. Or what? You think because you're a higher grade calculus class that you're special? You barely even attend class. You have no right to be here. How is my attendance any of your business? Besides, I was placed in this class based on my results. It's not like I asked to be here, and it shows. It takes a special kind of arrogance to skip lessons when you've been given on advanced placement. Have you ever stopped to think about how humiliating it is for the students in this class? Your own sister attends every lesson diligently, yet you, who can't even be bothered showing up, think you're better than her? You should do everyone here a favor and just quit. Zoe doesn't break eye contact, nor does she respond. She simply glares at the girl antagonizing her as the two face off. No comeback? Figures. You may be arrogant, but you have got no bite after all. You know as well as I do that nobody actually wants you here, not even your own sister. Dude, she's gonna break your nose. Like, she's gonna start swinging. She's not talking because she's, like, bracing for violence. Hold it right there. I slam my hands on the desk and rise to my feet, shouting far louder than I intended. If Zoe wants to leave this class, that's her decision to make, but don't you dare claim that she's unwanted. You hate Zoe that much? Then shut up and go. Your presence would be missed far less than Zoe's would. Oh man, let's go, Iris. Wow, I did not expect that. Iris, hey, calm down. You don't need to pretend. And another thing, don't think for a second that you know what's on my mind or that you speak for me. You think you know what everyone else here wants? That takes a special kind of arrogance. She's like, oh my god, don't you forget what I said, Zoe. As long as you're in this class, get out of here already. Wow. Man, you just like, you did the one thing Iris can't stand, which is someone being mean to Zoe. Just like, absolutely not. Like, I will go for blood. Like, whoa, wow, I didn't expect that. The girl antagonizing Zoe looks at us once more, then grits her teeth. She walks out of the classroom without saying another word, enduring stares from all around. Honestly, some people. Just how insecure do you have to be to bully someone like that? Girls like her are the worst. Yeah. Zoe's voice falters as she tries to agree with me. What's wrong? If it's about what that girl said, why did you defend me? Huh? Zoe asked me an earnest question in a quiet voice. She's not angry. She honestly doesn't understand. People at the school are more than a little on edge when it comes to grades, but that's no reason to lay into you like that. I've dealt with girls like that before. Why would you put yourself in the firing line like that? No good can come of this. You're just gonna make yourself a target. I just don't understand. What are you saying? Sure you do. I do? I saw you enduring undeserved hardship, and I took your side unconditionally. Didn't you do the same thing when I was getting chewed out by my teacher? Zoe's expression darkens. Oh, I see. So you were just returning the favor. I sigh and shake my head. It's not about you doing you a favor. That night didn't even cross my mind. We're family. We're sisters. It's only natural that we look out for each other. So don't start getting all gloomy about me doing something unnecessary, alright? Already standing, I grab my books and take a few steps towards the door. Anyway, we can continue this conversation later. For now, I need to get to my next class before I pass out. Talk to you later, okay? Sisters, huh? She's like, what is this feeling? Like, that's called loyalty. It's called loyalty. It's actually, it's great. It's great. And I know you've never had it before, but don't worry. We're gonna turn over a new leaf for you. She's kicking in that loyalty. That's great. I kick off my shoes and sprawl myself out on the couch, home at last. After spending the last half hour in school in extracurricular activities and desperate for peace, I'm relieved to finally get just that, even if it's a tad late. Whew, nothing like a quiet night at home, huh? I can just sit back, relax, crack open a textbook. You find sifting through textbooks relaxing? Just how much of a nerd are you? Well, excuse me for being a model student. I have to do something when I'm home. And that something is studying? You could at least learn something useful, like how to cook. I I look towards the kitchen. Truthfully, I want to learn how to cook. I always have. In practice, however, things never go smoothly. Alright, fine. Leave it to me. Since you don't have a show tonight, I'll make dinner for both of us. You're always doing the cooking when you're not playing, so think of this as a token of appreciation from your older sister. No, you really don't have to do that. I was just saying that you should learn how to cook, not take over for me. So I'll learn through experience. What's wrong with that? It's dangerous. Don't you remember what happened last time? You should stay away from the kitchen until you're prepared. Oh, come on. You can't make a cake without cracking a few eggs. You set an oven mitt on fire. Details. I just need a little practice. I'll be as good as you in no time. You think so? Of course. You're a good cook. Father's a good cook. He once said that mother's a good cook too. It must be genetic. Genetic, huh? Even if that's the case, I put on an apron as Zoe starts to mumble to herself. Okay, let's see what we have here. Spaghetti, eggs, tomatoes, potatoes, rice. Hang on a minute. Isn't that like a meme? Is it like I don't know? There's some sort of internet meme. I almost had it for a second. It's like some sort of meme joke song or something somewhere. Anyway, I'll ignore it for now. I can work with this. I start pulling out ingredients when I feel Zoe's hand on my shoulder. Zoe, I'm not sure we can rely on genetics here. Have you ever thought that maybe I stared Zoe in confusion? No, never mind. Even if cooking skills were genetic, which they're not, you still need to learn from someone. How about I show you the basics? The basics? You mean you'll teach me how to cook? Of course. I'm going to be eating whatever you make after all. I'd prefer it if it were at least edible. How mean. Alright, let's do this. With Zoe by my side, there's no way I can fail. Zoe puts on an apron, pulls out a pot, a potato peeler, and a knife. She hands me the peeler and half fills the pot with water, then places the pot on the stovetop and turns on the heat. First things first, peel those potatoes while I slice these tomatoes. I can't get out of my head. Isn't it like some sort of meme? Like, I swear that's a meme. Anyway, once you're done with that, cut the potatoes into wedges, and then, whoa, slow down. Peel the potatoes, she said tomatoes. No, peel the potatoes, and once they're peeled, cut them into, what are you doing? Peeling a potato? Yeah, but why are you peeling it into zigzags? Straight lines, subtly overlapping one another. That's how you get rid of the skin without sacrificing anything worth eating. Oh, I get it. Straight lines, like when you're shaving your legs. Sure, just like that. She's like, I guess. I suppose. Uh-oh. It did not go well. Alright, and done. Phew, that was hard work. You peeled a grand total of 1 potato. Ugh, let's just move on. Here, take this knife and cut the potato in half. Yes, ma'am. I line up the knife with the potato and try to judge where the exact center is. Cut precisely in half. I never said it needed to be precise. Just cut the damn thing in half already. Alright, I'm getting there. Now then. Zoe? What? Which way should I cut it? Lengthwise, or Zoe slaps herself in the face? You're just screwing with me, aren't you? Screwing with you? Forget it, hand me the knife. I relinquish the knife into Zoe's possession. Watch on there, newbie. Zoe cuts the potato lengthwise into 2 even halves. She then cuts each of those chunks in half, repeating the process until she has 16 wedges. Oh, just like a real chef. More like a kitchen hand. Cutting potatoes is something any idiot, well, almost any idiot can do. Maybe? Zoe shrugs and places the knife down, then hands me the peeler. Prove me wrong. I pick up another potato, begin to peel it. Just like Zoe told me, I peel in straight lines, not missing any of the skin. Once the potato has been completely deskinned, I pick up the knife and cut it. Easy, easy. Got it! Ha, wasn't so hard. Congratulations, you're a master chef. Now cut those chunks in half a few times. The bigger the piece of potato, the longer it'll take to cook. Understood. And after you're done with that one, peel the next few before worrying about chopping them up. I need the knife to slice up these tomatoes. Yes, head chef. They're so cute, dude. I'm here for it. As our meal gradually begins to take shape, Zoe and I take a step back and watch the stove do its magic. Top of the pot with fettuccine pasta, I think? Is that how you say that? Right next to a pan with fried tomatoes. In the oven are the potato wedges. The last but not least, the eggs are sitting on the counter waiting to be cracked. So we just wait? That's the idea. Wow, this cooking thing is easy. Follow some basic instructions, then laze around while the stove does the rest. I might have a knack for this after all. Just silent. Just make sure the pot doesn't boil over, okay? Oh, and keep an eye on the wedges. They'll turn into charcoal if you leave them cooking for too long. Seriously? Duh, that's what happens when you overcook something. Cooking isn't all fun and games. If you lose concentration even for a moment, you might wind up cutting off one of your fingers. Are you kidding? Not kidding. Oil burns, knife wounds, gas leaks, fires. Okay, I get it. Electrocution, salmonella, dismemberment. Stop already. I understand. I'll keep it out of the food while it cooks. That's all I ask. I breathe a deep sigh and smile at Zoe. But you know, even if cooking can be dangerous, it was kind of fun to have you show me how it's done. We should do things like this together more often. If you want to, of course. Sure, I'm game. Who knows, maybe one of these days I'll come home from a gig to the smell of home cooking. And housewife Iris will be waiting for you with nothing but an apron. Never mind, I'll just eat on my way home. Oh, you can't do that. What am I gonna do if you're eating out all the time? You don't know what that exactly means, do you? What it actually means? Never mind. Do tell me. Fine. You see, by eat out, what I mean is... Oops, time to turn the oven heat down. Whoa! Holy crap! Wow, Zoe, please. Calm down. Please, Iris is like, no doubt, super reserved. Hey, stop laughing. Tell me already. I don't think you need to go into it. Zoe! No, I think we can leave that one alone. No, I think we can leave that one alone, actually. I think that's fine where it is. Don't worry about it. I think Zoe is more in the know than you are. I would just leave it that way. Sometime after returning home from errands, I decided to prepare for a late dinner with Zoe. Not terribly hungry myself, but Zoe will be too tired to cook when she returns, so it's either this or we order takeout. I open the refrigerator, search for something easy to make. What should we have tonight? Leftovers would be easiest, but I feel kind of bad just reheating what Zoe made. Maybe I'll... Click. I close the refrigerator, turn toward the door. Sound of the lock turning catches my attention, and a moment later I see a familiar figure in the doorway. Yo, I'm back. Hey, welcome home, Zoe. Are you hungry? I was just thinking about making dinner. No, I'm good. The pay this time was really low, but I did get to order whatever I wanted, free of charge. Oh, alright. I guess that's kind of cool. Was the food at the venue any good? Not really. It's all greasy garbage. It was filling, though. I see. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about dinner, then. I'm also not really hungry, so my voice trails off as I see what Zoe's holding in her hand. Wait a minute, is that... Oh, this? Noticing my gaze, Zoe raises a six-pack of beer, cans in her hand, and places it on the table. Another perk from the job. A lot of low-hanging venues try to rope performers in by offering them inventory. I told them that I was still a student, but they gave it to me anyway. Huh, how irresponsible. Tell me about it. Anyway, even if you aren't hungry, you might want to eat something. It's not good to drink on an empty stomach, you know. Yeah, I have heard. Hold on, are you saying you want me to drink all of this? Not all of it, just half. Or would you rather see your sister completely wasted? No, couldn't we just, I don't know, not drink it? That would be a waste. Then why not just have one can? Moderation is important, you know. Oh, I thought you didn't like to half-ass things. I really don't think that applies here. I look toward the six-pack again. Is it at least light beer? Nope, full of alcohol, sugar, alcohol, and everything else that makes it worth drinking, or so I'm told. Come on, celebrate with me. It's thanks to you that I even got into these places to play. Don't remind me. I feel like a bad sister for saying this, but alright, let's drink. Now you're talking. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Sweet, we're gonna get drunk. How exciting. Zoe and I moved to our bedroom after drinking 2 cans each. The taste really wasn't something I enjoyed at all, but I stuck with it out of pressure to look mature. We each sat on the floor near her bed as we nursed the third and final cans, taking our time to sip them slowly. Feel my body gradually begin to relax. The alcohol is getting to me already. It would seem that I'm a lightweight. Yeah, what a surprise. Are you still with me, Iris? Zoe waves her hand in front of my face. If you're feeling sick, you should just put it down. Better it goes to waste than you make yourself ill. I push Zoe's hand away, taking another sip. I'm fine. I'm just a little tipsy. You were a little tipsy before you even finished the first can. Shut up. I don't usually drink, okay? Usually? Don't you mean you've never had one before? Zoe's smug face as she calls me out rather than should bother me, but I'm currently too relaxed to care. I shrug in response. People seem to do dumb stuff when they're like You get it, but I think that's a myth. I don't think people actually do that when they're drunk. I think that's a cartoon thing. Anyway, dumb stuff when they're drunk, not like consistently. I don't want to make an ass out of myself. I see. Zoe moves closer to me. So you're afraid of doing something you might regret. Exactly. You never know what's gonna happen when you drink too much. It's like literally anything. Could you even imagine anything that would be like really, really insane that would happen while you're drunk? Meanwhile, these two, like in a dark room, drunk. It's just like, what's happening right now? That's why you should only drink in the safety of your friends and family. Oh, wise words befitting an older sister. Zoe brings her hand to her mouth and stifles a laugh. I get the feeling she's a lot more open when she's had a few to drink. That doesn't surprise me. But you know, things can happen even if it were only with friends and family. Alcohol causes people to release their inhibitions and do and say things they usually wouldn't. If you aren't careful, you might just start acting true to yourself. I stare at Zoe blankly. the heck is that supposed to mean? Zoe shakes her head. Never mind. If you can't comprehend what I'm saying, perhaps it's time I cut you off. Ah, Zoe grabs the can I hold from my hand and places it out of my reach. Meanie, you're the one who told me to drink. I am, but as the person responsible for your current state, it's my duty to see your continued well-being. You know, you're surprisingly RT. You talk well, considering how much you've drank. Yeah, well, I'll take that as a compliment. Even so, don't forget that alcohol affects different people in different ways. Some people become loud, some brood, some are giggly, and others... Zoe? Zoe puts her beard next to mine, then she wraps her arms around my neck. Oh, snap! She brings her face closer until I can feel her breath overlapping mine. Zoe? You're a bit close. Does it bother you? No, I wouldn't say that. Then there's no problem. Zoe continues to bring her face closer. My first instinct is to push her away, but even as I feel her breath on my cheek, I can't bring myself to do it. Zoe, are you... Zoe stops moving. Instead, she begins to move her hands back and forth, stroking the back of my neck and shoulders. What's about to happen here? Iris, looking at you up close, your skin is surprisingly soft and smooth. I'm kind of jealous. Zoe slips her hand down lower, reaching under the back of my shirt. Oh, snap. Alright, well, I think it's probably about that time there, kids, so here comes the cut. Or it's like, kind of, but like to the tune of Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. Here comes the cut, do-do-do-do. Okay, we're back. Sorry, that got, whew. Alright, we're back. One cold shower later, we are back. Okay, so nothing too insane happened? I mean, like, to find too insane. They got a little touchy-feely, not gonna lie. They were both definitely all about it, but, you know, at the same time also being like, what is happening? And that was interesting. And then Zoe started to leave, like started to back away. Iris stopped her. Then it sort of seemed like they weren't gonna leave, and then they almost didn't. And then Zoe froze and be like, "It's late. It's a school night. Let's not do this." Like, she's like, "Hey, sorry about that. I don't know what the hell that was about." And then she broke contact, but had like a very sad expression on her face. And then she stood up, and Iris was like, "Oh yeah, totally, like, totally, yeah. What was that about, right?" Like. Yeah, what was that about? So, anyway, so then she just stood up, and now they're both sort of wobbly, trying to move on and move away, so I think we're safe. Also, I clicked a few slides ahead, like I read enough, and then with the handy scroll feature, I can just back up, so I was able to scout and make sure it was a good time to come back in, but we're back. I'm in the same boat as her. I want us to be closer, but I don't really understand how or why. Zoe slowly stands, steadying herself on the bed for support. She then crawls into her bed, tossing off her jacket in the process. Yes, after bidding Zoe goodnight, I leave her bedroom and head back to my own. I lock the door, lay down on my bed, unconsciously bringing my fingers to my lips as I close my eyes. As I try to fall asleep, a single question remains on my mind. Just what do I want my relationship with Zoe to become? So yeah, they almost kissed. They did not actually, though, so... Almost. They were very, very close. So, you know, things are a little bit weird. Things are a little bit weird. Anyway, the morning after drinking with Zoe, I find myself regretting my decision to go with the flow. Speak for yourself. My head hurts, the world is bright and loud, and all I want to do is go back to bed. Unfortunately, the rest of the world won't wait for me, so I have no choice but to go to class. Alright, we'll end here for today. Take note of the page you're currently on. I don't want to waste 10 minutes tomorrow while you try to find your place again. Yes. The teacher leaves the classroom as our first break of the day begins. At the same time, the classroom is suddenly filled with chatter, and I can feel my head splitting in two. Hey, did you hear about Katie's boyfriend? You mean the college guy? Yeah, that's the one. I heard that he proposed to her over the weekend, can you believe it? If I heard that from a more trustworthy source, I might. Boo, don't be like that. So what do you think? Will she accept? I wouldn't. My skin crawls just looking at him. Well, that's so mean. Not that you could land an older guy anyway. Oh, my head. I wrap both arms around my face and rest them on the desk, trying to block out the vapid shrieking right next to me. Shows what you know, a young girlfriend is like a trophy to other guys. Not to mention the fact that high school-aged escorts are at an all-time high. Well, that's freaking dark. Thanks for sharing. No way. Girls our age prostituting themselves? That's seriously gross. Guys, really? In the middle of class? Like, is now the time? Anyway, I can't feel good to kiss some dirt. It can't feel good to kiss some dirty old geezer. I squeeze my ears harder as the conversation beside me seeps in. With all the talk about boyfriends and prostitution, I begin to feel uneasy. No kidding. Well, obviously they only do it for the money. Yeah, but even so, if there can be girls here in this school doing that, it's not uncommon, you just need to know what to look for. Like if a girl has a poor attendance, a nice wardrobe, piercing, stuff like that. I don't know, it can't be that easy to spot one. Though now that you mention it, you don't think, let's ask her, hey Zoe. Oh man, come on! Yeah? I instantly looked up as I hear a familiar voice. Despite myself, my heart begins to quicken a little as I see her. Standing next to the two nosy girls is Zoe, who doesn't look at all out of place in a classroom full of her seniors. We were just talking about a schoolgirl prostitution. What do you think? How much do you think it would take for you to sleep with a sleazy guy twice your age? Zoe shudders. I'd rather kill myself. That's what I thought. A girl like you ought to get a hot guy if she wants. Why settle for some old geezer? True, maybe it's only ugly girls who resort to that. Ugly and poor, what a combo. Wow, who are these two? Who are these two people? Alright, oh right, Zoe, there's something I've been meaning to ask. Zoe, do you have a boyfriend? This guy I know keeps bugging me to ask you, and I don't know what to tell him. I unconsciously lean closer as we all wait for Zoe's reply. I'm fairly certain I know the answer, but considering how secretive she can be, I can never be sure. I don't. Seriously? That's lucky. Can I give him your number? Or maybe tell him I killed my last boyfriend with an ice pick. You did? You're kidding, aren't you? What do you think? Speaking in a tone as serious as our expression, Zoe shows no sign of cracking a smile or laughing. Instead, she sits down next to me, not saying a word. Hell yeah! Now that is a response. Let's go. Neither one of the boisterous girls make a sound. They both stare at Zoe, eyes wide open, mouths agape, believing without a doubt that Zoe killed her ex. While the jokes of murder unsettled the two, that's not what settles in on my mind. Is it possible that Zoe did have a boyfriend? Someone she was forced to leave behind overseas? Not that I should care. I mean, Zoe's pretty, so she probably has had them. Suddenly, it feels like I'm suffocating. Yeah, like, wow, what are the odds? Suddenly, I feel ill, and not because of the booze. Not because of the hangover. I feel really sick now, but it has nothing to do with the booze I drank last night. I loosen the tie around my neck, not daring to look at Zoe. Zoe doesn't pay me any mind, purring quietly for next class. Zoe. I unconsciously trace my fingertips on my bottom lip. If we had gone any further last night, we might have. Noticing my staring, Zoe shoots me a quick glance. I immediately look down into my lap, not in any way ready to meet her gaze head on. But I'm saved by the teacher, who files in and instructs us to open our textbooks. She's like, don't look at me. I'm not ready. It's like, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel. I'm not ready. Don't look at me. Interesting. Do you think the choices in the beginning, in the first episode, are going to have any sort of effect? I would imagine so, right? But like, I don't think we've had any choices in this episode. Which I mean, less choices means it'll be easier to backtrack later to get the best ending. So even if I don't nail it first try, so we'll see. Anyway, whew, all done. I glance up at Zoe, who's sitting across from me at the table. Her arm is propping her head up, while her homework is sitting in front of her. It does seem like she completed most of the work, despite my numerous offers. Zoe did never ask for any help on the questions. And what's more, she doesn't seem compelled to go out late tonight at all. Yawn. Tired? Not especially. She leans back in the chair and throws her arms up, interlocking her fingers and stretching, then releases it with an unceremonious slump. There's nothing to do around here. It's so boring. At my crestfallen look, Zoe quickly backtracks. We can watch a movie or something. Do you want to watch one? There's a movie I've been wanting to see on pay-per-view, I guess. That sounds great. What movie did you have in mind? She all looks sad. She's like, what do you mean there's nothing to do? Like, you and I are like, we could like watch a movie. What about me? Am I nothing? She's like, I didn't mean it like that. She's like, I mean, like, there's nothing else. Nothing besides you. My everything. Nothing besides the everything in my life right now. It's like, oh, perfect. Good save. Hopefully it isn't anything scary. You don't like scary movies? Insert scream. What? Hello, Sydney. What's your favorite scary movie? Guess I tried to keep myself away from scary things, considering I was alone a lot. Sad face. It's a horror movie. My shoulders dip. At the same time, I didn't want to show Zoe that I was scared of some fake blood on a TV screen. Okay, let's watch it. Are you sure? Yeah, it'll be something new. With a chipper facade, I offer to make her popcorn. Zoe refuses it with a slow shake of her head. While she selects the movie from pay-per-view, I pull out the strangely oily popcorn bag from a box and pop it in the microwave. I mean, upside, we all know a great side effect of horror movies is it's a great movie to, hug on your significant other. So, that's perfect. Perfect. Anyway, when I return, Zoe's sprawled out with one arm across the back of the two-seater. If I sit on the couch, it'll be right next to Zoe. Feeling brave, I set the popcorn down on the table. I'll plop down on the couch into her arm. Absolutely! Let's go! She read my mind. Trying to hug the couch, you didn't think I was going to let you sit over here by yourself, did you? She looks me right in the eye as I say that. My heart flutters. Just kidding, I could sit over. She's like, no. Her arm drops down off the couch to my shoulder, rubbing it reassuringly. This movie's supposed to be pretty scary, so I've heard. Best we sit close for moral support. Yeah, that's it. It's the horror movie we're watching. Nothing else. Perfect cover. Well done, team. Are we both believing the lie? With that, the movie begins playing. It opens on a dark, wet bayou. Classic. I love horror movies, by the way. Just like, it's like one of my favorite genre, maybe my top 3 favorite genre of movie. I love horror movies. Anyway, the camera takes us into the back of a crusty, decrepit boathouse where the sound of flies overwhelms the audio. The title text flashes to a dramatic pause. Reaper's Cove. Classic. It's probably a B movie. It's probably like a B+ level of horror movie. Sad face. I laugh at the corny title screen. Yeah, it definitely is. That's not good. Looking over at Zoe for her reaction. She's paying close attention to the movie, though. I nibble at my popcorn. As we watch the movie, I begin to feel more and more tense. Is it because the movie's scary? Zoe turned the lights down earlier, which only helped the movies and scenes become more terrifying. It's not long before the movie has me screaming involuntarily and hiding my face. Zoe laughs at my reactions the first few times, but soon grows concerned. Iris, are you okay? I can turn it off. No, I'm cool. A lie, but she sounds like she feels bad. I can't have that. My answer seems to satisfy her, though. We settle back down to watch the movie. There's another horrific scene occurs, and I find myself screaming yet again. Zoe gets up and turns the movie off, walks up to a lamp to switch it on. She's like, are you good? I'm sorry, I'm so lame. It's just, I'm always alone and I don't like to scare myself. I mean, things scare me. Trailing off, I look down at my hands. Could this get any more embarrassing? It isn't a big deal. The movie was kind of dumb, and watching you get worked up was the best part anyway. She looked at me with a cheeky smile. It's not a smirk, but something more mischievous. It was mean of me. I wanted to watch you get scared. Oh, that's so mean. I don't know how I'm gonna fall asleep tonight. You can sleep in my room, I guess. What? I look at Zoe for any signs of a joke, but she just stares at the blank TV nonchalantly. Okay, sure. Zoe nods and excuses herself to change into her pajamas, heading down the hall. I sit quietly on the couch. Like, what is happening? I'm gonna sleep in Zoe's bed? Is it normal to feel such a rush thinking about this? Never slept in someone else's bed before, even though this technically is my apartment. While excitement is coursing through me, the creeping darkness of the empty living room is starting to send a chill down my spine. Stupid horror movie. I hurry to begin preparations for sleep. Let's go, dude. Let's go. That's awesome. When I change into my t-shirt and shorts, I knock on Zoe's bedroom door, which is slightly ajar. You don't have to knock, you know. Come on in. I peer into her dark room. Looks like Zoe's already gotten in bed. Here. Zoe pats next door on the bed, lifting up the sheet. All right, calm down, Iris. It's just her bed. It's not a big deal. It's like, is it the whole Zoe thing, or is it like because you just watched a horror movie and you're scared to death? I approached, crawling into bed. Oh, that's so cute, dude. That's adorable. It's so adorable. Anyway, being this close to Zoe in the place that she sleeps, her smell overwhelms me. It's warm and sorta earthy, but also pleasantly sweet. That's nice. Maybe from her shampoo? I want to bury my face into her pillow and inhale. Ugh, I was probably making a pretty weird expression just now. I'm half thankful it's so dark. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. It's fine, the movie wasn't that scary. I mean, it was, but I'm not going to admit that. No, for being so mean when I first met you. Oh, well, you weren't mean. I was. She was. She was mean. Anyway, it was wrong to act that way. The truth is, I wanted to hate you. So I was thinking that I might admit I was wrong. You? Admit you were wrong? Despite my attempt of an over-the-top reaction to lift the mood, Zoe continues unabated. Yes, I believe I may have misjudged you. I came here resenting you, father, mother, everyone else. I didn't want to attend this stuffy school or live with you. All of it was just another reminder that my life is always being decided for me by other people. I hated it. You, who had this totally normal, well-adjusted life, I didn't want to get along with someone who had everything. But I was wrong to include you in that. None of the circumstances in my life are your fault, and you're just as much of a victim of our parents' whims as I am. That's why I apologize. Honestly, I just wanted to rush into all of my anger, push all my anger onto someone. That's a surprisingly mature thing to admit. At my old school, if you get angry, you sit down for detention for dissent after class until you're ready to explain why you're angry in detail. They can keep you in there for days, so it's better to just come out and say it. Is that legal or healthy? I was about to say, that's my reaction, like, what is this? Or healthy? What the hell? It gave me a lot of time to think about my emotions, but mostly I just learned how to hide them better. Well, I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions about you so quickly. After all, you left your entire life behind to come here. Not really. You didn't leave anyone behind? Zoe shrugs, as she so often does. So, did you have anyone back at your old school? Zoe stares at me blankly. Oh no, I knew she was gonna ask this. Okay, I mean, I have to ask. I have to ask. Obviously, come on, you have to ask. She's like, look, man. She's like, here, there are some things you need to know. Like, I'm feeling some kind of way, and I gotta know. I'm tempted to ask about friends. Oh no. A boyfriend? Her eyebrow quirks. For a second, I'm worried she's gonna tease me, but she shrugs. Nope, all girls school anyway. Never had much interest in that stuff. What about you? You must have had loads of friends as a kid. No, I hardly had any friends growing up. With my father moving all the time. Well, she took that right in stride, can I just say. So, I think we're good. I often transferred to schools later in the year. As a kid, it's not easy to make lasting friendships when you know you're just gonna leave soon. That's true. I remember I used to watch the family across the street from us this one year. They had this great big window, and every night they'd eat together. I used to imagine them inviting me over to sit with them. Then I'd go over to my window and watch them eat, and imagine sitting with them every night. You didn't have anyone around? Well, my father was always busy with his job. Still is. The housekeeper only came over at certain times, and the chef, my father insisted I only eat really well-balanced meals, so I get these pre-made things, all prepared by the chef, wrapped in tinfoil containers. Just broccoli, gluten-free pasta. Gluten-free, gross. This awful Brussels sprouts I hated. I see why my father wanted me to eat well, but as a kid, it was just the worst. I trail off as Zoe listens quietly. Sorry, I must sound so spoiled. I'm complaining about the food a chef made, of all things. You must have had it way worse at your school. I've heard places like that are really strict. Sugary stuff was always considered contraband. Contraband? Where did she go to school? Prison? Like, where did she go to school? But it was easy to get. You could trade a Snickers bar for stuff like eyeshadow. I used to volunteer in the kitchen because I was so bored all the time. I mean, it was like just like a prison. You're not allowed to leave campus except on certain days. Everyone eats the same amount of food. It was a boarding school? Girls' school. It's where rich parents sent their kids that they don't want to deal with them anymore. Oh, so it was like, yeah, it's like a fancy boarding school that is basically like prison. It's like an orphanage, basically, just because her mom didn't want to deal with her, I guess. Gee whiz. Most girls have problems with drugs or something. Me, mom just didn't want to deal with my attitude whenever she brought men home. Good lord. Iris, did father ever mention her? He did. Well, only when I asked. He said he hadn't been in contact with her for some time, but he never once mentioned I had a sister. I don't think he knew. My mother refused to talk about our father. Anytime I brought him up, she'd change the subject. I hated her so much for it. It cost me so much money to get away from my mother in that stupid school. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I didn't even know about you until I was able to come here and meet our father. My stupid mother. Why the hell didn't she say a word about you all my life? Father says he didn't even know I existed until I called him. I listened intently as Zoe vents her frustrations. I had no idea about any of this. He sent me here to attend school and live with you, but I'm not after a free ride. As soon as I get enough money to pay him back, I'm out of here. What? You can't leave. We just became friends. I don't want to be a burden on anyone. You're not. Zoe, What? What was I just gonna say to her? I love living with you. Yeah, that was it. Please don't leave so soon. We can still be friends even if I leave, Iris. Plus, it's not like we can really be together forever anyway. Be together forever? You know, like if we were dating or something. Wait, what the hell am I saying? I just mean like we're sisters. We have to grow apart eventually. No, we don't! No, we don't! Why is she saying all these mean things? Iris? Well, we're friends now. That's what matters. Yeah. I slide my hand over the sheets, resting it on top of Zoe's own. It feels soft and cool to the touch. I'm happy to have such a nice sister living with me. Zoe shifts uncomfortably. I realize I've touched her hand without permission. I hastily remove it. No, it's not that. My eyes widen as Zoe moves my hand back into position. That's the thing. Are we really sisters? What do you mean? I haven't been able to figure it out. I mean, why our parents never told us? Mom always told me you were Dad's daughter from another marriage. And then why I finally called Dad, he said otherwise. All my life, Mom never said a word about you. I mean, not that I treat you differently, but wouldn't you want to know? I processed Zoe's question. I would want to know. If we aren't related and our parents are divorced, maybe we can... Oh, wait, is that legal? I should search for that on the internet. Wow, she's so forward thinking. I'm so proud of her. She's like 100% right where my mind went. I'm like, hey, wait a second. This matters. This is important. Oh, I must be sick in the head thinking this way. Zoe probably isn't even into that. Hey, you have no idea. It's like, let's not kill the idea before it has a chance to blossom, okay? Like, I'm just saying. You're staring. Sorry. It would be fun to be together like this more often. Like this? Just, enjoying each other's company. I don't know what I mean. Never mind. I know what you mean. I want to spend lots of more time together too. Don't try to get out of it. Got that? I'm really happy me and Zoe could become closer today. Though I can't help but worry about this feeling in my chest. Every time I'm around Zoe, I feel nervous and excited all at the same time. Like my heart could just burst at any moment. Maybe this is what having a sister is like? Yeah. Totally. Interesting. Wow, some crazy developments. Yeah, I would want to know. Like, for real. Like, what's the deal? Like, what's the backstory? Why are the parents so weird? Like, I want to know what's happening. An unfamiliar ceiling greets me as I stir in my sheets. Light streams through the window, hitting my face at an uncomfortable angle. Time for school. Oh no, what time is it? I scramble to check my phone, 7:15. We forgot to set an alarm last night. Ugh, we're gonna be late. We've gotta hurry if we're gonna make it in time. How could you be so loud this early? Hastily, I extract myself from Zoe's bed. I hear her sigh and look over just in time to see her hide herself under the covers. Oh no, you don't. No more tardiness, got it? Alright, yeesh. Zoe dutifully flies out of bed. She rubs the sleep from her eyes and then groans into her hands. I turn, stifling laughter. It really shouldn't be happy seeing Zoe miserable, but it's great that she's willing to be on time to school now. Okay, I'm gonna get dressed. That's so adorable, dude. Examining my lackluster appearance in the mirror once more, my shoulders dip into feet. This is what I get for not setting an alarm. I've got to go to school with my hair in the sorry, bedheaded state, but it's not like I have a choice. It's not good. I hope Zoe's getting ready. Speaking of which, I spot Zoe's crumpled uniform on the floor behind me, where she discarded it during the movie last night. I grab it up off the floor. Ugh, it really is no good now how wrinkled it's gotten, but it's no time to iron. No time to iron, but Zoe can't go to school like this. She'll look like a scarecrow. Even if a little bit of ironing will improve the sorry state it's in, I begin to make my way to the laundry room. I don't know what time you have to be to school, but you better do it quickly. Now, where did I... Oh, no, wait a second. Wait a minute. We all know what's coming. Now, the question is, is this going to be the kind of thing I can censor and still read? Or is this going to be the kind of thing where I have to block the whole screen? Or that I cut away entirely? We're about to find out. Okay, we're back. Initially, I was like, yeah, I can show that. And so then I was like, the dialogue started going, and I'm like, yeah, never mind. I'm not reading that. I mean, you know, not out loud. Okay, so there was a choice. Okay, so we had an option that I can't really show because I would have had to have cut away, but like, there was a choice. Obviously, we all know what happened there. Obviously, Iris walked in, Zoe was still changing, etc., etc. Here's the thing. The choice popped up. Our options were to say A, something about something about cute clothes, like you're trying to play it off like you weren't thinking anything weird. And then the other one was you just tell her how sexy she looks, okay? So I will give you a guess which one I said. So obviously, I super hit on her. And, I mean, obviously, I got an achievement, by the way, which I don't remember how to pull up the Steam thing. It's like, there it is, got it. Okay, anyway, so I got an achievement called Word Vomit. So, that's good. So, obviously, put my foot in my mouth there, because, obviously, Iris, like, super panicked, obviously, because, like, Zoe was like, what do you mean I look good? So you know, it was a lot. It was a lot going on there. Yeah, and obviously I committed to it. We're pursuing it, but like, probably gonna have to go back to fix that later. Anyway, we'll see. What the hell was that? What is wrong with me? My heart hasn't stopped pounding since I left the laundry room. What was I even thinking? I just stared at her like that. You ready to go? What? To school. I'm dressed now. Oh, right. Yeah. With that robotic response, we began a quiet trek to school. Like, yikes. At school, nothing I did could shake the mental image of Zoe's body from my mind. Math equations, English essays, even almost tripping and falling down the steps didn't take my mind off her. Ugh. You okay? Huh? My surroundings slowly fade in as I look up. The confused faces of my classmates in the rural world greet me. You've been really out of it today. I just asked you something like twice now. I'm fine. My classmates exchange quick glances. Their response sound fake even in my ears. That response, not their faces. I'm sorry, just a little tired, that's all. My classmates nod, turning back around in their seats, seem to forgetting whatever it was they wanted earlier. I sigh, sink back into my own seat. The only thing I wanted was to see Zoe again. Yeah, I mean, because, yeah, Iris was on board, and she was not the only one. So I passed what felt like the longest day of my life just thinking unendingly of my sister. Yeah, I mean, you know, which I'm having doubts about, by the way. Like, we gotta confirm that parentage, because I'm not sure I believe it. This makes no sense. How could x be 3? If y is 10 and z is pi over 2, then x should be... I tap my pen in my notebook as math problems stare at me from every angle. For every question I finish, 10 more take its place. It's like the Hydra. I start to feel like I'll never finish. Oh, there's still so much work to do. Have I been spending so much time around Zoey that I've forgotten how to study? No, you can't blame this on Zoey. It's your own fault for slacking off. Come on, Iris. If y is 10, and 2 is pi over, and z is pi over 2, then x should be 5. I still can't see how x can be anything other than 5. I turn to the back of the textbook to check the answer once more. No matter how many times I check, the answer's still 3. Oh, come on! Am I going crazy or is this book wrong? Oh, I need a break. I push my book aside and cross my arms on my desk. I rest my hand on my arms and close my eyes, slowing my breath as I do. I guess an hour or two of studying each night just isn't enough. An hour or two every single night. So here's the thing. In high school, I never studied. I mean, unless I was at school. Like, if we were at school and they said study, I might skim, like, whatever I was supposed to be studying to sort of familiarize myself with what I should know. But, like, if it was after hours, we were darn lucky if homework was getting done after school was over. I was already in school for whatever it was, 7 hours. Like, I'm not gonna do another 4 hours of homework a day, okay? That's ridiculous. Anyway, I mean, my grades reflect that, but, like, considering how little study I did for a lot of classes, I did surprisingly not. I passed a lot of classes that I probably shouldn't have. Anyway, maybe I should start revising before school each morning as well. Zoey would probably make fun of me for being such a nerd, but at least I'd keep my scholarship. I begin to think about Zoey. Ah, Zoey. Despite never studying, at least to my knowledge, her grades aren't bad at all. I, on the other hand, study every night, and still my grade in math is somehow lower than hers. How does she do it? I mean, she understands math. I don't know. Oh, Zoey, where are you? You don't have a show tonight, do you? After school, I waited almost 30 minutes to catch Zoey leaving, but to no avail. I could have sworn she would be home tonight. Once I'd begun to think about Zoey, I can't stop. I miss her. I want her to be here, right beside me, making fun of me or complaining about my whining. I want to talk with her about nothing, or to have a deep conversation about nothing. I want to laugh with her, joke around about stupid things what happened at school, forget about everyone else as we simply enjoy one another's company. Zoey, why do I miss you so much? We only parted ways a few hours ago. I shouldn't be this lonely. And yet, every time I think about you, suddenly a vivid recollection enters my mind. Zoey's beautiful lean body wrapped in her mismatched panties and bra. Ah, good times. Her flawless rear end sticking up as she bends over to fish that shirt out of the dryer. The moment when we almost kissed. The moment when I began to question every facet of our relationship. Yeah, to say the least. The moment when I dared to think about my sister as something other than a sister. This isn't good. If you don't get home soon, Zoey, your sister's gonna go do something drastic. Who knows what? Combust? I lift my head and look around. Zoey's still nowhere to be seen. I can't see or hear another person in my home, but what I can see is my computer. No, I really shouldn't. I need to study. I can't look at anything like that. That would be irresponsible. Despite my rationalizing, I don't hesitate to turn on my computer. What exactly are we Googling? What exactly are we looking up? The screen quickly turns on as it wakes up, and the moment my mouse appears on the desktop, I get to action. Just a little bit is okay, isn't it? Oh no, wait a minute. Iris, wait. Iris, please. Like, what are you about to do? It's just like some quick Googling for, like, math, right? It's not like I'm doing this because I want to. I need to do this because it's to understand my feelings better. Oh no. Oh no. I open up the web browser, try a couple of generic terms. Try a couple of generic terms into the images section of the search engine. Okay, my brain broke, sorry. Seeing results completely unrelated to my query, I disable the safe search filter and try again. Oh no! Oh no, Iris, please! There we go. That did... Whoa. Even before what I realized I've just done, my screen is flooded. Oh no! Oh no, Iris! Okay, wow, the amount of cuts this episode. Okay, so, obviously, a certain someone was trying to figure some things out. And she did. Boy, did she. She was searching some real sketchy things. Real sketchy. And, but it was worth it, right? It was for science. It was for science. And now she knows. And this is the nearest slide I could come back to. For the time being, that is enough. Yeah, it got really intense, let me just say. Okay, that should do it. Now I just need to throw these in with the rest of the laundry and I'm all set. Take a quick, I'll give you a guess as to what we need to throw in the hamper now. Yeah, probably that. I exit my room and head toward the bathroom. Ah, bet. No, I haven't seen past this, so I don't know what else is coming. So before I could take even more than 2 steps from the door, however, I noticed something important. Zoe? Hi? Yeah, hi. It's like, well, hey, did I have headphones in by chance? Boy, you better hope so, Iris. Otherwise, your sister, Zoe's gonna have some questions. Yeah, hi. Silence. Well, gonna get started on dinner. She knows, dude. She knows. I'll make sure to knock on your door when it's ready. Sure. It's just like, what was that? I stand frozen to think back as when I first took a break from studying. As the only person home at the time, I didn't feel the need to close my door, let alone lock it. Oh, no, what? Oh, no, she didn't notice. Oh, no. Oh, no. Furthermore, I was just studying. I had nothing to hide. Yeah, that was before that. Unfortunately, once I turned on my computer, I completely forgot about that. Oh, no, she was just jacked the sound? Are you kidding me? That's so awkward. How is she possibly going to explain that? With the volume of my computer turned up and my door ajar, I had done something shameful about any awareness whatsoever for my surroundings. Oh, no. In short, she saw. She did. Zoe saw me doing that. My legs buckle and I find myself sitting on the floor. Oh, no. Caught by my own little sister. Just kill me now. How are you gonna, like, possibly explain, like, hey, like, hey, like, I didn't, this is normal, it's normal. Well, that's something, that is something. Thankfully, in the days since that time, Zoe hasn't mentioned a single word about that night. If anything, she's been friendlier than usual, suggesting things we could eat together, movies to watch. Maybe she's enjoying watching you squirm. It's nice to have such a calm weekend with her, but unfortunately, weekends don't last forever. Yeah, you have calculus waiting for you, so that'll calm you right down, don't worry. Slumped down on my desk as another lesson reaches its conclusion. Though my mind is willing, my body's tired. Finding it hard to concentrate and my empty stomach continues to pester me. Ugh, so hungry. But I don't have the energy to head to the cafeteria right now. Why didn't I just pack myself a lunch? As that complaint leaves my mouth, a lunch bag enters my field of vision. It's heavy, and the person delivering it to me sighs when smiling. You really are hopeless. How will you become an independent woman if you can't even feed yourself? Zoe! I flail my arms towards Zoe without raising my head from my desk. So tell me, Iris, what do I get in return for in-class delivery? I didn't offer this service to just anybody, you know. Is it free? Of course not. I'd got a business in no time if I didn't charge. Zoe puffs out her chest and smirks. A reward, huh? That's right, what's your offer? I stretch my cheeks out toward, my arms. I don't know why, like she was like puffing her cheeks out. Anyway, whatever. I stretch my arms out towards Zoe. How about a big hug? Yeah, I don't think so. We're gonna have to do a little better than that. I should have known you wouldn't be so easy to barter with. Changing my vocal inflections of that in an Old West. I don't know what that word is. Somebody, Old West something. I fan myself dramatically. Oh, she's doing like a Southern Belle accent. I got it. Gotcha. All right, I'll sweeten the deal, sugar. Bring your face a little closer and I'll throw in a free smooch. How's that? Oh, and I don't offer this service to just anybody, you know. Zoe and I both chuckle at my remark. You drive a hard bargain, Iris, especially considering I can't receive immediate payment. If I'm nothing if not shrewd. So where do you want it? Cheek? Neck? Lips, obviously. Lips, obviously. Greedy girl, I should have known. Subtext? What is that achievement? Hope you brought something good in return, of course. Zoe unwraps the box in front of me. Oh, sandwiches. Enough for 2. That's adorable. I love you, Zoe. Come over here and accept your payment. Pucker my lips and start making kissing sounds with my mouth. Zoe laughs, swatting away my attempts to grab her. Whoa, you two don't hold anything back, do you? Follow Zoe's gaze as the girl from my class walks over. Aren't you embarrassed flirting so much in front of everybody? Well, no. Everyone needs to know that Zoe's all mine and I wouldn't give her up for all the world. I playfully swing my arms and legs forward as I giggle to myself. Gosh, you really are brazen. How long have you two been dating anyway? Dating? I tilt my head, look up at the girl. We aren't dating. Seriously? I guess it would be kind of weird for sisters to date. As I thought, oh, you idiot! You idiot! As I thoughtlessly utter those words, the girl next to me opens her eyes wide, takes a step back, stares at me, and then at Zoe, and she can't believe what she's just heard. You two are sisters? That's right. I mean, sort of. And you kiss and stuff? No! The girl takes another step backward. No, it isn't like that. It was a joke. Tell her it was a joke, Zoe. Zoe? Zoe turns away, offering me no assistance. I see. Two girls being together is one thing. A pair of sisters is a bit. What just happened? In the same manner as Zoey, the girl looks away, albeit with an expression of disgust rather than embarrassment. Hey, I'm telling you, it was a joke. Zoey and I aren't like that. You two haven't kissed. Well, of course I start out strong, but as the notion of Zoey and I kissing comes to mind, so does a vivid memory of the night in which we almost did just that. My face quickly heats up, and I'm unable to complete my sentence. I can't even believe how quickly she dug a hole for herself there. What was that? What was that? All she had to do was not say that. I can't believe it. Zoe's gonna be so pissed. Well, I guess there are all kinds of people in the world, something like that, though I never thought I'd meet any of them. The girl quickly leaves the classroom without another word. Great. As if the reputation couldn't have gotten worse, it's now officially worse. You blew it, Iris. You blew it. I could hear a couple of my classmates whispering, though thankfully the classroom is mostly empty. Oh my lord. Of those remaining, however, my attention belongs first and foremost to the girl right in front of me. Zoey. Zoey turns around, her face towards me. She still seems a bit embarrassed, and I almost hesitate to continue. Zoey, why did you suddenly go silent? Now people are going to get the wrong idea about us. Zoey shrugs, scrunches up her lips slightly, opens her mouth. However, even as she does, no words come out. In the same manner as the girl who approached us moments ago, Zoey turns around, heads towards the door, leaving without saying another word. Oh, now I don't even feel like eating. What just happened? Even Zoey won't talk to me now. I told you she's gonna be so angry. After watching Zoey silently storm out of the classroom during lunch, I spent my remaining time at school worrying about her. Couldn't help but feel a little down after lunch. It was a grim reminder of the fact that we're sisters, that we're not two girls who can simply date. I don't think you are, though. I don't think that's true. I'm just gonna say it. I think your parents are being suspicious, and I don't think it's true. So after racking my brain unsuccessfully the rest of the day and failing to locate Zoey at school, I decided to confront her at home. Zoey, are you here? I call her out as I return home. Probably not. She's probably upset somewhere. Why don't you have her number? Does she have a number? The room is empty, but I can hear her movement further inside. One sec. Zoey emerges with a stack of paper in her hands, places the paper on the dining table, walks over to me. Zoey, what is it? She replies in her usual manner, not showing an ounce of annoyance or sadness. Zoey, did I say something wrong? Are you mad at me? Mad at you? Why would you think that? If I were mad at you, you would know about it. Yeah, I guess, but the way you left the classroom so suddenly without saying a word. I can understand if lunch were almost over, or you said you had something to do, but you left so suddenly. You looked troubled. Was it something I said? No, that's... Zoey looks away. Please, if I did something wrong, tell me. I don't like to see you like this, and I don't want to cause you any unnecessary pain. And if you don't tell me what I did wrong, then Zoey sighs, shakes her head. You didn't do anything wrong, you have nothing to apologize for. I just had something I needed to do. Really? Zoey unconsciously glances towards the stack of paper she put down, walk over to the table, grab the top sheet. Reaches out to stop me, but retracts her hand, allowing me to take it without a fight. Is this what you needed to do? Yeah, you could say that. I start to read the paper. Let's see. Latest test kit is a DIY solution for the diagnosis of a biological comparison of... I have no idea. I feel my hand going around in circles as many complicated terms stare at me in the face. If I told you this was research on DNA testing, would that make things clearer? Ah, she's trying to find out if they're blood. DNA testing? Oh, you mean like finding hereditary diseases and stuff? Yeah, like that. Oh, I get it now. Biology isn't my strong suit, but even I know a little bit about genetic testing. I put the paper down and turned towards Zoey. So this is for an assignment or something? I may not be all that knowledgeable on the subject, but if you need help, you can count on me. No, it's not for an assignment. She's trying to find out if you're related. Oh, so you're doing this for personal interest. If you're worried about hereditary diseases, it would be quicker to just ask our parents. If we can phone them right now and... No, don't do that. Zoey grabs my wrist as I reach for the phone. Zoey? You can't ask him. You can't say a word to them about this. Zoey stares into my eyes with a deathly serious gaze. Zoey, you're hurting me. Zoey quickly releases my wrist. Sorry, didn't mean to. I know. Zoey glances down at our feet, visibly distraught. I sense that there's something she isn't telling me. Zoey, what is this about? I won't push if you don't want to tell me, and I don't intend to pry. But even if it's something you can't tell our parents about, you could still confide in me, you know? I lean forward, forcing my way into Zoey's field of vision, smile at her. Zoey pulls back in surprise and quickly regains her cool. After a few moments of silence, she turns my smile with one of her own, sighing yet again as she does. Could the music relax, please? You're stressing me out. I'm reading this fast like we're building up towards a fight, okay? Because the music is so stressful. Stop it if it's not stressful. Honestly, it's because you're like this that I'm going through so much trouble to begin with. I pull back and Zoey wipes a smile from her face. She stares at me with a serious gaze once more, and although she's about to tell me something very important. Iris, this research I've been doing has a practical application. It's not about finding hereditary diseases. For me, this is a means to an end. Zoey stops talking, takes a deep breath. Iris, the truth is, I don't think we're related. Let's praise the sun! Let's go! Huh? We're not? I stare at Zoe blankly, trying to process what she's telling me. Her words are completely unexpected. For a moment, I simply freeze. What are you talking about? That's a pretty harsh joke. That even your kind older sister has her limits, you know. It's not a joke. We look, sound, and act nothing alike. Furthermore, our parents divorced shortly before I was born. Did our parents separate because our mother had an affair? Did she skip the country to avoid accusations? No, maybe she isn't even my mother. Maybe I was dropped to fill the void when she was separated from you. Zoe speaks more quickly. She continues. Her tone is anxious, and I could tell how much she's been thinking about our relation to one another. Or lack thereof. Whatever the truth may be, I cannot accept that we're sisters. I agree, half-sisters maybe, but not full-blooded sisters. Yeah, I don't think it's true at all. My breathing becomes more shallow as I listen to Zoe. Iris, don't be upset, this is a very good thing. I dread to think about Zoe warming up to me was all in my head, that perhaps only I thought of our relationship as being important or even desirable. That's not what she's saying. It's a good thing. What you're saying, do you really want us to not be sisters so badly? Do you hate me that much? No, it's not like that. I don't hate you, Iris. I tried to, but I don't. I just want to know the truth, that's all. I sense no malice in Zoe's words. If anything, I feel a sense of unity. But there is also deceit. She's lying about merely wanting to know the truth. She wants our relationship to persist, but she doesn't want us to be sisters. I know! Like, read between the lines, woman. What else do you think she's after? Only one explanation comes to mind. Is this about the other night? You know, when we almost... Zoe quickly turns around. I fight the urge to do the same. It doesn't matter why, okay? The point is, I need to know for sisters. I need to know the truth. Zoe walks towards the table and places her hand on the stack of paper. She quickly flips through it, then presents me with a single sheet. Iris, I want you to take this test with me. We can do it anonymously. We don't have to go anywhere. We just have to post 2 samples, one from each of us, and then wait for the results. Will you do it? I look down at the sheet in my hand, then back at Zoe. I don't know what you're hoping for exactly, and I'd be lying if I said I shared your curiosity. But if this is what you want, I'll do it. I'll take the test with you. Yes! This is a good thing, Iris. Could the music stop it, please? You're stressing me out. You're so stressful, dude. Okay, anyway, sorry, we should have ended that episode a few more minutes ago. Well, now you get a sneak peek of that, I guess. Unless, of course, I find somewhere to cut away in that, but, you know, I might have to just put another little censor over that. Anyway, yeah, so, wow, that was, sorry, we were reading really, really quick there. It was just, the music was so stressful, dude. I was so stressed out listening to the music being like, you know, whatever, you know, incoming fight, you know, relationships ruined. Good lord. And I don't know why she's hesitant. This is a very good thing. This is very good news. Like, if you can prove that, like, it'll make things so much easier. You know, it'd make things so much easier. If they weren't related, and I don't think they are. They look nothing alike. They act nothing alike. Like, from what I mean, I don't know anything about their parents, right? So it's like that doesn't help. But like, there's no similarity of any kind between them. So it's like that's kind of weird. Anyway, I digress. But wow, what a roller coaster. Anyway, so yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying this, and I forget how much fun it is to like go through a visual novel and like be all like, I don't know, like invested emotionally and like super hyped about what's happening. Like I forgot what that feels like. Like it's been so long, you know? Anyway, so yeah, happy to be doing more of this. Now, I am a little tempted, as of this moment, to, instead of doing this 3 times a week, because visual novels aren't everybody's cup of tea, I am a little bit tempted to post something like in the middle, like maybe put this up Monday and Friday, unless I sneak bonuses in, like during weekends or something, and then do another game that's something completely unrelated, like, I don't know, something really standalone and something very different. And I have an idea about what I might do if I did choose to do that. So we will see, but I very well might do that just to help us have some variety in what I'm posting, because visual novels aren't for everyone. So I think that a lot, as especially with my new upload schedule of posting so much slower and so far apart, and the episode length is so much shorter, that I worry that because it takes me so long to get through a game now, that like the variety, it doesn't switch as often as I would like, because like just because of the way I have to do games now, it like makes it so that like between week and week it might take 2 weeks to finish a game, like, and it just sucks if you're following a channel and they're doing a playthrough you don't care about, and just because of how the style of video, it takes them 3 weeks to get through a game. Like that, just like if I was a fan, that would be not the funnest thing. Now obviously you know you do what you have to, but like if I could change it, if I could, you know, offer some level of reprieve, like if I posted something in the middle of it that was different, and so at least there was some change in the upload when you look at like the video list list of uploads if you could see a break in the pattern, you know? I think that'd be nice. So I very well might do that, but man, I'm enjoying this. Like, I am really invested. And it's a good thing, because I got like 1,000 of these visual novels. Every time there is one on sale, especially for every big sale, but often even individual ones if it's a very good sale. And my wish list on Steam is like 200 games long. It's very long. And so anytime one pops up on sale and it's a great deal, I get a few. And so because of it, I've stockpiled a lot of games on my Steam, and it grows all the time. And now that I've gotten paid a couple times from my new job, and my money is now, I'm back into, I can breathe a little bit more easily again, kind of territory. Now I can go back to picking up more. And I have a lot of games on my Steam that we haven't done. We've done a drop in the bucket compared to what I have, and so I am very eager at the prospect of doing more. So I hope you guys are excited for more of these, because I really forget how much fun they are, and how invested in it you are, and it's so good. It's so good. It's the same feeling I get when I watch anime, like the level of excitement and the level of how invested I am, and how I care about the characters, and I want to know what's happening, and like I forget what that all feels like. And so it's like you just forget when you go long enough with getting caught up in lots of things that you forget what that feels like. But man, is it a good feeling. So yeah, I am very excited for more of this, and I hope you guys are as well, and I am very eager to play some more. So that's gonna call it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Hi guys. Splat. Oh, we're going, babe. We're going. Oh my lord. Okay, it's fine. I saved it. You see that quick response? My lord, what a tap, though. Me and Buck. we just freaking spirit roasted that guy.